How to propagate Senecio barbertonicus? Senecio barbertonicus, a synonym of Kleinia barbertonica, commonly known as the Barberton senecio or succulent bush senecio, can be propagated through stem cuttings. Here's how to propagate Senecio barbertonicus. See more 55 species in genus Kleinia at monsteraholic.com. 1. Selecting cuttings. Choose a healthy stem from the parent plant. Look for a stem that is not too woody and has several sets of leaves. Avoid stems that are too young or too old. 2. Taking cuttings. Use clean, sharp scissors or pruning shears to make a clean cut just below a leaf node on the selected stem. The cutting should be about 4 to 6 inches long, with several sets of leaves attached. 3. Allowing callus formation. After taking the cuttings, allow them to dry and callus over for a few days to a week. This helps prevent rot when the cuttings are planted. 4. Planting. Once the cuttings have calloused over, plant them in a well-draining potting mix. You can use a mix formulated for succulents or create your own blend using equal parts of perlite, sand, and potting soil. 5. Watering. Water the newly planted cuttings lightly, allowing the soil to become slightly moist but not waterlogged. Avoid overwatering, as this can cause the cuttings to rot. 6. Rooting. Place the planted cuttings in a warm, bright location with indirect sunlight. Rooting usually occurs within a few weeks to a couple of months, depending on environmental conditions. 7. Transplanting. Once the cuttings have developed a healthy root system, you can transplant them into individual pots or into your garden. Choose a location with well-draining soil and partial sunlight. 8. Care. Continue to care for the newly propagated Senecio barbertonicus as you would for mature plants. Provide them with regular watering, partial sunlight, and occasional fertilization during the growing season. 9. Monitoring. Monitor the propagated plants regularly for signs of stress, pests, or diseases. Provide appropriate care and maintenance as needed to ensure their health and vigor. How to care for Senecio barbertonicus. Here's how to care for Senecio barbertonicus. 1. Light. Full sun to partial shade. Senecio barbertonicus prefers bright, indirect light or partial shade. Place it in a location where it receives at least 4 to 6 hours of sunlight per day. In hot climates, provide protection from intense afternoon sun. 2. Temperature. Warmth. Senecio barbertonicus thrives in warm temperatures between 65 degrees Fahrenheit to 80 degrees Fahrenheit, 18 degrees Celsius to 27 degrees Celsius. It is not frost tolerant and should be protected from temperatures below 50 degrees Fahrenheit 10 degrees Celsius. 3. Watering. Minimal watering. Senecio barbertonicus is drought tolerant and prefers to dry out between waterings. Water sparingly, allowing the soil to dry out almost completely before watering again. Avoid overwatering, as it can lead to root rot. 4. Soil. Well-draining soil. Plant Senecio barbertonicus in a well-draining cactus or succulent mix. Alternatively, you can create a mix using equal parts of potting soil, perlite, and coarse sand. Ensure the pot has drainage holes to prevent waterlogging. 5. Fertilizing. Minimal fertilization. Senecio barbertonicus does not require frequent fertilization. Feed it with a balanced, water-soluble fertilizer diluted to half strength once a month during the growing season, spring to fall. Avoid fertilizing during the winter months. 6. Pruning. Minimal pruning. Senecio barbertonicus generally requires minimal pruning. Remove any dead, damaged, or overgrown stems as needed to maintain its shape and appearance. Use caution when handling the plant, as the sap can cause skin irritation. 7. Pests and diseases. Pest management. Watch for common pests such as aphids, mealybugs, and spider mites. Treat infestations promptly with insecticidal soap or neem oil. Disease prevention. Ensure good air circulation around the plant to prevent fungal diseases. Avoid overhead watering, and promptly remove any diseased or rotting stems. 8. Container growing, optional. Container planting. Senecio barbertonicus can be grown in containers indoors or on patios. Choose a large container with drainage holes and fill it with well-draining potting mix. Repot every 2 to 3 years as needed to refresh the soil and provide room for growth. 9. Toxicity. Toxicity. Handle Senecio barbertonicus with care, as all parts of the plant contain toxic compounds that can cause skin irritation and gastrointestinal discomfort if ingested. Keep it out of reach of children and pets. 10. Winter care. Protect from frost. If you live in a region with frosty winters, bring Senecio barbertonicus indoors or provide frost protection by covering it with a frost cloth or moving it to a sheltered location. By following these care guidelines, you can keep your Senecio barbertonicus healthy and thriving, enjoying its unique beauty in your home or garden.